What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back here in a new year with a video for you guys today. First of all, before we get into anything, I want to say Happy New Year to all of you out there. Those of you who are returning viewers, those of you who are new viewers, Happy New Year to all of you guys. We're going to make it the best year, so hopefully you guys are ready to attack a new year. Now in today's video, we're going to start off the year with a bang. I'm going to be diving into how I made $24,000 from trading last month. And of course, I'm going to break down on what happened, my thought process behind it, and what else I plan to do going on this year and going forward. So to start off with, I do want to say the trading that I was doing is called options trading. And if you guys don't know already, that is very risky trading. Yes, it's high reward, but it's also high risk. You know, without the risk, there's no reward. So obviously that was very true in this case. But I do want to say again, those of you who are doing this, if you're going to put your hard-earned money into something, make sure you know what you're doing, make sure you know what you're trading. Do not trade just something just because I traded it. Do not trade something just because someone else traded it. Only trade off what you know, what research you did, and all that kind of stuff. But now I just want to dive into my phone. Let's have a look on screen. I'll show you guys exactly, how the month went and my thought process behind what I did throughout the month of December. So to begin with, it's a 600% return throughout the month of December, which is honestly ridiculous. You can't expect to get those gains, very rarely, let's be honest, in a month. So to begin with, we start from zero. Now, this is where it's nice. The first couple of days, I was already at a point where, I was getting good 50%, 60% returns on my account. You see the account was rising up. And as you guys can see, within the first 4 days, I doubled my account. Now, it kept rising until the point where, suddenly we started to dip. So this had been from trading Lemonade and American Airlines. Now, as you see it gradually rise before it dips, this is when I traded Moderna, ticker symbol MRNA. Now, what happened here was, I had got to the point where Moderna was bringing me profit, but I didn't close out my trade on time. I didn't take profits, and obviously the next day it dipped. Now that's why I say with options trading, it is very risky because as you can see, from the 30th of November to the 1st of December, we had a pretty heavy dip. Now, those of you who are not experienced traders will probably panic in those situations. Now, I didn't panic and it paid off. But again, for those of you who are new to trading, a lot of you guys will probably panic because you're not used to seeing these kind of things happen. But yeah, the second day, it also dipped again, and also Lemonade actually dipped. Now, the good thing is, within a couple of days, Moderna, American Airlines, and Lemonade all started to rise again. So obviously the account started to rise again. Now, we got to the point around here where we would just continue to go up and up each day as I continued to hold my call options. Now, it's here around the 8th of December where I decided to take profits with everything. Now, the rest of my portfolio did actually decrease the next day and drop. And that's why you can see some consolidation for about 4 or 5 days straight. So now is at this point where I started to see Lemonade drop from its previous highs, and I thought, you know what, now is a good time to get in. For I got the courage after watching charts, after looking at everything, to go and put money in again. Now, as you can see, the call options I placed then started to rise again. It was that patience factor. So I got in and of course placed a call option for Lemonade, and over the next few days it started to rise again. So in theory, the huge spike you guys see at the end was down to Lemonade. So throughout the month, the 24,000 came from a split of Moderna, Lemonade, and American Airlines, mostly by Lemonade, followed by Moderna, and then obviously American Airlines. So it was a very nice return for the month of December. But now I do want to say something. My thought process behind the whole thing. Now, this is where patience comes in. Patience is a huge factor, very important factor. It's vital because when I made trades, especially with Lemonade, I took my profits on time. Now, I've shown you guys this picture before. The trader's journey. The trader's journey. So what is that? Yes, it's the feeling of happiness. It's the beginning, you put your money in and you're at a good price point. Then you get that initial win, the euphoria, you're super happy before it drops, before that dip. And that was a dip you guys saw from the 29th of November to the 1st and 2nd December. It's that dip, you're like, uh-oh, what is happening? And that's where you get that fear. Now this is where a lot of people who are not used to trading, who are not very good at trading, who are not really built for this, would cut their losses, take their money out and say, you know what, forget this. No matter how far out they've placed their call options, no matter how much time they give themselves, they start panicking, they get worried and take their money out. Whereas for me, on the other hand, it was more of a case of just holding through the pain and honestly just riding through that daunting journey, that horrible journey, without quitting before eventually the stock started to rise again. And that was the point where we started seeing nice gains, we started getting past the break-even point and the stock continued to rise. Now that great feeling in the end, the wins came from holding through the pain, not panicking, being optimistic before I eventually saw my success. Now there's two different lessons in there I want you guys to take. The first one is don't always be too eager to buy it, because if I had waited, I could have actually bought, a lot lower. Because for example, there were some call options I placed and I purchased my contracts for, $3.70. The next day they're at, $1.97. So if I had bought there instead, then I would have seen even more gains. And of course, I know we can't tell the future, but I'm just saying, sometimes you need to be a bit patient before getting into a stock. Now, the second thing I want you guys to remember is the fact that when you buy a stock, sometimes it will dip, but you've got to stay calm. You had a plan, be patient, and then ride through the losses and ride that journey. Honestly, go through that journey before you become more optimistic and you eventually see your successes, your wins.
Alright, so I thought I'd just show you guys a couple charts to make it a little bit clearer for you. So you can see here, American Airlines, the end of November, so the 27th was a Friday, the 30th was a Monday, but the end of November it dipped. And this is very similar to the pattern you saw in my account where, from the end of November to the beginning of December we had that dip. Again, I traded American Airline options, so my options just dipped and my account dipped. Now, 30th of November to 1st of December is the same rise we saw on my account as you saw earlier in the video. Again, it happened 2nd December and it continued to rise. Now, this pattern you see here is also very similar to the lemonade pattern of the end of November to beginning of December. Let's just take a look now. So lemonade, let's look for the 27th of November, the Friday, the Monday. It dipped, it just dipped. Here was the Monday, 30th of November, it dipped, and then to the Tuesday, 1st of December, it dipped again. Now, my call option on Lemonade was a $70 call option with a break-even price of $73.70, if I'm not mistaken. So I needed this stock to hit $73 to, get some money back. And I needed this to happen by the 12th or the 11th of December. I think it was the 11th, which was a Friday. So, of course, this shot up, and by the 3rd of December, it was already at $80. Now you guys can see why I made so much money and made such a great return. Of course, the 3rd of December was a great day. The stock rose, and by the 11th of December, where my call option expired, which is here, it had gone way past the $70 price point and the $73.70 break-even point of my call option. When those kind of things happen, people, you will make a lot of money with call options. Again, just to break that down, I had placed a call option somewhere around here for the 11th of December, saying the price of Lemonade stock would reach $70, and my break-even price was $73.70. So it needed to reach $73.70 by this date, the 11th of December. Of course, again, like you can see, we had a huge rise, so it made us a lot of money. Now, I just want to quickly show you guys Moderna stock, because this was obviously another one I traded during that period of time, but it had a little bit of a different pattern. So I thought it would be good to show you guys that. So Moderna actually did well end of November. It was one of very few, but it kept shooting up, and it did have that dip to the 1st of December. But where I sold out was not at the top. Where I sold out was more in the middle, around just under $150. So around somewhere here, just under $150. So I didn't sell as high as I could have, and I didn't sell as low as it dropped to by the Tuesday, the 1st of December. Now, the reason I'm telling you guys that is, if I had waited, I'd obviously have seen some lower returns. But another thing, if I had sold too early, it could have shot higher on that day. So what I'm saying here is, you go in there with a plan, you see your returns, you see your profits, and you take them and you're happy. From here when it was at $98 all the way to here when it was at $152, obviously I made a lot of money and a good return. So I was happy around that price point. And when I started to see it dip after $150, I thought, you know what, let me take my money out. So that's a reminder to always go in there with a plan. Now, apart from that, I do hope you guys understood the breakdown. Again, Lemonade, Moderna, and American Airlines is what I traded. And because they were call options, they're a lot more volatile and there's a lot more risk. But obviously, there's a lot more reward as well, as you guys saw in my trades. Now, this month, hopefully we can do something similar, make a lot of money in the market. But of course, for that to happen, I need to do a lot of research, stay focused, not get carried away, take my profits on time, cut my losses early, that kind of thing. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, all the good stuff. Be back here next time for the money motivation. And yeah, let me know in the comment section if you guys want to see more videos like this. But I hope you guys enjoyed my breakdown today. Lastly, check out all those links in the description. And if you've not checked out yesterday's live stream, go check that one out. It was a Happy New Year's Day live stream, so go check it out like I said. But we'll see you guys next time for the money motivation. Peace.